Knock knock, it's Knuckles. Hey everybody, it's Xander, and welcome to another figure unboxing, opening, review, gushing about Sonic 3, all of that. We got movie Knuckles today from the second wave of the Sonic 3 movie figures. The only one I'm missing from this one is Super Sonic. I'm not really interested in Chow Mascot Tails, personally. Let's open this guy up. Love Knuckles so much. Idris Elba was the perfect casting choice for Knuckles. He put everything into that role. And if you've not seen the Knuckles show on Paramount, I absolutely adored it. It was, like, yeah, it was more about Wade Whipple, but I also just really enjoyed the show, especially the parts that were about Knuckles. And also they got a Michael Bolton cameo in there, so can't be upset about that. Alright, so let's get Knuckles opened up. Volume warning for me popping him out of the box. 3, 2, 1. He's out of the box. Alright, so immediately he's obviously bigger than Sonic and Shadow. He's going to be a bit of a top-heavy guy, isn't he? I imagine. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, but the plastic is just uncreaking itself. So, I've talked about this in the last two videos. I am super excited for Sonic 3 because, one, it's pretty much just going to be a movie adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2, which is my favorite game of all time. And not only that, it's coming out in the middle of a very stressful time of year for me, which is Christmas. I love Christmas. A lot of people know this about me. I've always been a big Christmas person. But this year, Christmas is very stressful for me because my wife graduates with her master's degree in a couple of weeks. So huge congrats to her. She actually just got confirmation about her graduation about an hour ago. She's at work right now. Otherwise, we'd be celebrating with like a fancy lunch or something. But we go all the way out 8 hours away for her graduation because she's walking in person from her online class. And so that's 8 hours of driving across, twice actually. So it's 16 hours of driving across like 3 days because we go out there on a Wednesday, she graduates on a Thursday, and then on the release day of Sonic 3, that Friday, we got to drive all the way back 8 hours back to our hometown to stay with her parents for Christmas. And look at these guys. They look so cool. These are my three favorite characters, Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow. Little, not spoilers so much as little tease. These three guys, but the game versions of them, are going to be on the poster for the first episode of Speed Adventures Rehedged. And you might wonder, like, for all my stop motion stuff, what did I buy the movie figures for? I don't know if the movie figures are going to have a huge role in Speed Adventure. I've kind of teased that there's kind of a little dimensional travel thing going on with it, with the Jim Carrey Eggman being in the trailer, saying that there's more than 2 Eggmen in this carton, and we opened Mr. Dr. Eggman the other day, so you might be getting some ideas finally on what's going on there. But the movie figures may have some kind of at least cameo in it, and also I just think they look cool. I really like these designs for the characters in the movies. I think they're very cute. They're very, like, huggable looking. Although Knuckles, I think, would crush my bones if he hugged me. But I am so excited for Sonic 3 because it comes right in the middle of all of this because it comes out on that Friday. That Saturday is Christmas on my mom's side of the family. That Sunday is my dad's side. That Monday, I've got to work still because for those that I've never told, I'm a delivery driver. So I'm just going to be delivery driving in my hometown instead of in where I currently live. There we go. Just trying to figure out how to get that elbow to bend. Get Knuckles in like a nice fighting stance here. And then that Tuesday is the 24th at that point. So that's Christmas Eve. That's when we do it with my wife's family. And then the 25th, we have to not only have like immediate family Christmas where we go to my dad's actual house instead of my dad's parents' house to do like Christmas with my dad, my brother, and my step siblings. But then that afternoon is with my wife's parents, like immediate family there, them and my sister-in-law. So Sonic 3 comes right in the middle of that very stressful time for me, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm hopeful that before Christmas time, I will find movie Tails and movie Super Sonic, and that maybe they'll release that rumored leak of movie spoilers. 3, 2, 1 spoilers of movie Super Shadow and Gerald. I would love that. I'd love to be able to do like a big group shot of all the Sonic 3 movie figures minus Chow mascot tails. But that's Knuckles. Like I said, I really loved the Knuckles show as well. It was a lot of fun. I know, like I said, I know it was more about Wade than it was about Knuckles, but it was just overall a really fun show. If you've got Paramount Plus, I'd take the 2.5 hours and watch it because I had a lot of fun with it. It's got a great musical number in there, Flames of Disaster. The Flames of Disaster! But also Knuckles is one of my favorite characters, so I might be a little biased. Here he is next to his game self, by the way. I will say one thing with movie Knuckles that I really like design-wise is they kind of did what they did with Boom of making him a lot bigger, like a lot more top-heavy, but it looks a little more, I'm not going to say realistic for an anthropomorphic red echidna, but I will say it feels a little more natural for Knuckles being translated from the games to movies to look more like this than like, you know, a Dorito. He still is kind of Dorito shaped, but you get my point. I love this guy though. So I guess I got to figure out somewhere to put these guys on the shelf. So let's go figure that out so I can get on with these last 3, is it? 2. These last 2 unboxings at this point that I got to do today. Alright, so figuring this out, I can't really justify putting them on the classic shelf for obvious reasons. They wouldn't belong on the Mario Villains shelf. Obviously, only really Shadow for now could go on the villains shelf, the Sonic Villains shelf, and that's just because we haven't seen the movie yet, and I assume he's probably going to be good at the end. They wouldn't really fit on the modern shelf. Again, you can barely see half the people on this shelf. So, my only thought is that maybe this is my kind of miscellaneous shelf. It's got my Sam Raimi Spider-Man Funkos / No Way Home. This little Beat Art Luigi football that I was given by someone important to me, and a little whale shark plushie my wife gave me. My only thought is maybe move those guys. I could do some of my U2 shelf instead. Let's see. Just thinking out loud here. Let's try something. Actually, wait. Hold on. I've still got this shelf down here. This shelf doesn't have much going on with it. This can be their home for now. We can get rid of my Xander Cena armbands for now, and we can slot these guys in here for now because there's only a handful of them anyway. And then go in here with Banjo and Kazooie's Funko. So we got Shadow, and then we can squeeze in Sonic. Oh, Knuckles, please don't fall. No, Knuckles! Knuckles! Come on. Okay. Get Knuckles stood back up here. This is the hard part about having so many figures and also doing this one-handed. There we go. All right. And Tails and Super Sonic will fit on there later. All right, there you go. There's the movie figures figured out. And here's a little more of a tour of my shelves, I suppose, while we're at it. As I'm rearranging everything. Some of this stuff people gave me, some of it I bought over time. A lot of stuff here, but we got new stuff to open up. And we'll linger on the movie figures, and I will see you guys tomorrow for one of the final 2 things I've got to unbox for now.